certainly know the. I mean, you say that.
Now, the thing that
Sloth had previously been with each of these people who he had introduced to me. He had had conversations with them, and he was known by them as an extraterrestrial.
Okay, now he says this so-called extraterrestrial. Now, extraterrestrial, the terms that they use from the European perspective, so forth and so on, are delusive. You have under-terrestrials, which are reptilians, right? Which are the so-called reptilian serpents. The Bible speaks about how they will go down, right, below the earth. It even speaks about the wisdom that's from above versus the wisdom that comes from below, right? And wisdom is technology. I want you to just understand that. The wisdom refers to technology. This is why this particular vid up here is very, in our opinion, is very important. Let's move it down like this. Right? Now, remember, we're putting this in the context of this right here, right? Of the Ethiopic book of Enoch, right? Putting this in context of the Metzhafe Enoch, right? So now, this video right here, Anunnaki or angels, is out there on the internet. Just was posted 13 or so hours ago, right? Probably maybe 16 or 17 now, all right? Now here, this particular video, the Billy Meyer story. So we wanted to pause this right here on, right here.
There were various persons, for example, Gandhi in India, Farouk down in Egypt, and in Abyssinia in today's Ethiopia, I met Selassie.
Okay, now he said he met Selassie. So from what he purports right here, that Kadamawi Haile Selassie, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, was aware of what we know as the Celestials, and they call in the Western Gentile mind extraterrestrials. Well, actually, His Majesty and other Highlanders, you know, in that kingdom, in the tops of the mountains, are really the Highlanders, right? The Highlanders, or the real extraterrestrials, the real ETs. Are you not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me? Now, we can talk about Lalibela and the rock-hewn churches and the various testimonies that are, you know, the evidence, the documents from the Ethiopian Hebrews. But these documents, like the Kibur Neges and, you know, the black, I have to say black because people are in a black and a white mind frame. So if it's black, if it's so-called African, right, and it purports and evidence is more evidence than the European Jews or the whitewash of our story, people tend to disbelieve it. Now, he doesn't go into much more. I remember I watched the whole documentary after I saw this part, but he didn't really go into much more about what's really going on or what he discussed with Haile Selassie, so forth and so on. But what's important for us to know is that there is the half of the story that we haven't been told. Now, let's see if I can do this right here. This is something from the video. All right, the video actually just stopped. We were recording the video, and let me see if we can. Okay, if we can do this right here, if we can rewind this video. Now, it's this video we want to go to right here, all right? But it's more of this that we want to get into a little bit later on, because the right interpretation of Genesis chapter 6, the correct, is not what's being put out there. There's a lot of deception, you know, about who the Nephilim are, who are the sons of God, the Canaanite civilization and the Sethite civilization. In fact, the pyramids of Egypt were really the pyramids of Seth, right? The children of Seth. I'm talking about from the righteous line of Adam, right? When we talk about Nod or Nod, the land of Nod, that's Sumeria, where the fallen, the Anunnaki. So people confuse these topics, like not all of these so-called alien crafts are really alien crafts, are coming from above. Many of them are coming from below, but there are many which are coming from the celestial. So some of us will say, well, now that we know that the Bible says this and that, that really proves to us that angelic celestial connection, we might believe that everything that is seen out there is the same thing. I'm saying it is not the same thing. The descriptions are not the same thing, right? As in this particular clip right here, if we can, with one hand right here, kind of, forward this and play this. There's quite a few good scenes in this, and that's why we're showing their video and giving them the full accreditation on it, right? And want to actually link this with what we want to say right here. Now, what the next part is what happened in Genesis chapter 6 when you have the right and the righteous interpretation of what happened in Genesis chapter 6, then you will see that there's nothing new truly under the sun, that there's nothing new under the sun, right? And the thing that was is the thing that shall be. So what we're seeing going on when they say the perpetual destruction of the black and the Hispanic woman, right, who we know truly as the Israelites. Okay, here's the clip. Here's the clip right here. I'm setting it up over here. And hopefully this will seek to bring out much more. So there's a connection between what happened in the time of Enoch chapter 6, right, and the book of Enoch, if we have the right and the righteous interpretation, which we don't have. That's why this particular document